Hey, baby. Hey, guys. So, listen. Of course, we've discussed pressing on and pressing on. Because I know you've looked at my other videos. I think this song is about me. But yeah, I feel like you've looked at my other videos. I hope you have. If you have not, need you to do that. Hello? Yeah, I need you to do it. All right, so go look at my other videos. So today I'm gonna, of course, keep it moving in the same vein of pressing on and pressing on. All right, and we're gonna discuss the idea of how pressing on and pressing on will provide the authority needed, the security needed to power through all avenues of life, and that includes mental health. Pressing on, of course, really it just dictates ownership. It exudes ownership. It flows ownership. Okay? And that means saying everything that I do is mine and I own it. It's mine and I own it. It's mine and I own it. Okay. So everything that I do, I own it. Everything that I include and invite and involve myself in, I own that as well. I own the rights. Yeah, I have the licensing agreements if you need it though. All right, so that's where we are today. And I want to tie that into pressing on, which of course that means keeping it moving within every aspect and avenue of things that you encounter. No matter good, bad, indifferent, unseen, spoken, and unspoken. We are pressing on words. And then we are also having the ability to power ourselves on. We're pressing that on button and saying hashtag lit mode, leaders in training. Yeah, that's the thing. I coined it. So it's my thing and I own it. Hit me for the copyrights. But yeah, I want to talk about Olympics, right? I love the Olympics. I grew up watching the Olympics. I had my nephews and my niece watching the Olympics with me. I love the Olympics. I love the camaraderie of sports, especially countrywide sports like that. Like, I mean, it's just so neat to see it. All of these individuals from each country coming together to fight for their country, and that's something that you can't really imitate, right? You cannot. That energy is something that is it's always been a prevalent and loving energy that I've always invited. And hashtag go USA. I want to put that out there as well. Love the other countries, but yes, honey, it's called Proud to Be an American. Okay, where at least I know I'm free. Yeah, that. And so I was so let's go with energized. Yeah, I was so energized and inspired by the level of fight that my compatriots are displaying over in Tokyo. I'm just, it's just something that it makes me super happy on the inside. Like I get the warm and fuzzies on the inside and I want to join in and say, hey, can I try it? Can I try too? I want to run myself. But seriously, I want to try it, man. But yeah, I mean, it's just something that's so energizing, and I really my nephews and my niece, they loved it. I also got to get a glimpse at what pressing on and pressing on can do for mental health. Because it's on so many different levels, right? It's so many ways we could look at this and dissect it, and inspect it, because you have to do an inspection as well. Right? So after you dissect, you have to definitely inspect. And so that is something I wanted to look at in maybe like 2 or 3 ways, right? So looking at the idea that this individual, let's just really speak on Simone, okay? How she came into a position of owning her mental health, and how that is imperative for her survival, right? I mean, it utterly is imperative for your survival to have a sound mental health. She said she was not having it in regards to the level of stress or stimulants that were placed into her environment, be that physical, don't know, she may want to be mum's the word, be that mental, emotional, spiritual, all of those things could be prevalent. It could be one or all. And the way she decided to own the fact that those things are going to be her main investment, you have to appreciate that level of ownership. She doesn't own the Olympic Games, like, from what I'm understanding. No Olympian does. So that may be a little look at the business aspect of things, but we'll move to that shortly. She owns who she is. She owns her life. She owns her light. She owns her brain, her heart, her soul, and her spirit, her physical being. And that's going to have to ride with her for the rest of her life. And so that's something I can understand why you want to invest in. I get her decision to invest in who she is heavily. It's a lesson to make sure that you invest in who you are and own it by any means necessary. You know. From a business standpoint, this is something that is very crystallizing, because senior leaders, C-suiters, BODers, okay, they can see, or should be able to see a little clarity in this, and we can realize how ownership can dictate participation, how ownership can invite authority and loyalty. And leverage. So if we're wise in this situation, on a mental, personal level, we can see that we have to say, hey, baby, it is definitely paramount for me to make sure I'm okay. To actually, to make sure that I am superior. I'm becoming, and examining, and fortifying, and revealing this superior version of who I am. Okay? And, we get one ride. It is definitely important to ride the way you need and would like. in the I should rather say in the perimeter of, in the boundaries. I don't like the word boundaries. So in the parameters of, I'm helping who I am, and through helping who I am, I'm helping my fellow man, my country, globally as well as locally. All right. Business, it can say, how can we leverage ownership? Ownership is a leveraging tool, and it is a tool that can assure and ensure authority. Authority can increase resolve and certainty. And that's a win-win situation. It's definitely win-win. So am I saying, yeah, ownership, go buy a house, because you're going to have authority at that point. I'm not going to say it's as cut and dry at that, but I'm going to kiss it for you. I'm going to keep it sweet and simple. What it does is it invites that energy. Okay? It invites that energy of authority, that energy of this is mine, that energy of this cannot be defiled or controlled by anything or anyone aside from me. And that authority can be powerful and settling. It really can. And that doesn't only translate for the individual, but again, it helps translate within the bloodline, or it actually translates through the bloodline, and transfers through the bloodline. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing thing. Ownership is something that is beyond the realm of understanding. It really provides a level of purpose as well as connection. So with that said, guys, today I want you to get from this that ownership, pressing on and pressing on, will look into how and afford the individual and prompt the individual, and promote the individual to look into themselves for the solution. Okay? And that solution is authority, and being able to have the idea and understanding that I own it. So we can partner together, or you can not. One way or the other, I own it. So get into it. All right, guys, so listen, thank you so much for taking the time to visit me and jump into these experiences. I definitely want to thank my special guest. He was pretty silent the entire time, but I know you guys saw him. His name is, let me let you guess, Deuce Poppy. Here he goes right there on my cheek. Yes, a little pimple. He's ready. He's like, give me my close up. I'm here. So yeah, Deuce Poppy is in the building. You guys may know him. He definitely was a world-renowned musical artist. So no, just kidding. But yeah, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. All right. Yes, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I will definitely see y'all guys a little later. Mwah.